Guys, I got really excited last week after we talked about the bully event. So I went ahead and did a lot of planning. I scripted a class. I came up with a certificate for their kids. I came up with a logo. I came up with a flyer so you can promote the event. And my next thing is I'm going to try to put together a website before this happens. So when if you decide to do this event, you can kind of guide your parents to the website so they can get more information. So a couple things before I start showing you what I did. Johnny kind of brought up the point that what we talked about last week was unique. Most bully-proof events don't attract any kids because kids don't want to admit they're getting bullied, or they're just afraid to do it. So the participation is usually really poor. Even if we ask our students to bring friends, we never seem to get a lot. So I'll use the term, when bullying's happening, it's happening because it's in a now position, but something happened upstream that caused either this kid to be a bully or whatever. So we really have to get together and plan what we can do as a team to stop what is happening upstream. So by kind of becoming a part of the Bully Prevention League, I'm a student and I'm required to do some type of actions to reduce bullying. So now it's not just for kids that are being bullied, but it's for your kids that want to do something about it. And they should be very, very proud. I'm going to become a member of the Bully Prevention League. It's kind of like a league of superheroes, and they're kind of be part of that league. So it gives them all the pride and the courage, and they're not being labeled as victims. I also think it's going to be a lot easier to teach. And I think there's a cool factor for the kids. That's not the one I wanted. So, well, I'll just start. This is just a certificate. This picture of the kids there, that's the kind of logo I came up with. I did that on Midjourney. I think it came out really good. And then I had someone from Fiverr just do the certificate because I knew they'd do it faster than me. And they kind of tied in the colors from here. So I think the certificate looks pretty cool. I'll be sending you the file for the certificate so you can print them out to the kids. You can add your logo down here of your school so it shows that you're doing it. But again, it says Dave Friga has successfully completed the Bully Busters Unite Empowered Kids Against Bullying program as a member of the Bully Prevention League in recognition of their dedication to ending bullying and their commitment to making our community a safer and more inclusive place to be. So that's a certificate. Again, this is one of those things that the kids can put on their wall. Maybe their parents put it on their fridge. But when people come over, it's got something to show, and now conversation starts about your martial arts school. This is the ad. So you can make this up into a poster to put on your school. You can put this on your website. You can make it up your own. It doesn't have to be mine. But join us for a special event. Bully Busters Unite, Empowering Kids Against Bullying. I put the last Monday and Tuesday of September during regular classes. I kind of wanted to be like Johnny on this. So you're not doing it on a Saturday night where you have to bring in staff and do something extra. You don't have to do a Friday. I thought during regular classes, since all your students are there anyway, addition of more friends is going to make it look super, super successful. It's open to kids and teens of all ages. Bring a friend from school. Parents are urged to attend and observe their children in an empowering event. What to expect? Interactive workshops, role-playing exercises, guest speaker. I just threw this. I mean, I didn't know if everyone can have a guest speaker, but you can get someone from the school system. When I started looking at this, I started doing bully organizations in West Palm Beach. There's a ton of them. So if I want to bring someone else from the outside to make it look like more of a community event, I'm sure I could do that. Pledge ceremony. I wrote up a pledge for the kids to do. After they recite the pledge and take the class, then they would get their certificate, and just fun activities. So learn how to recognize and stand up to bullying. Promote kindness, create a safe, inclusive environment for our community. So again, it's not about fighting. It's about what these kids can do by making new friends or by helping kids out, or telling a teacher. That would be the curriculum. Hold on 1 second. Can you guys see the writing here? Does it look like typewritten page? Yeah, okay. So I kind of just timed this out to be like a half-hour class, and then after the half-hour class, we go into the reciting the bully pledge and handing out the certificates. Start with a warm welcome, brief introduction. Start with a brief introduction of yourself and your martial arts school. Explain your personal commitment to addressing the issues of bullying and why it's important to you. Our school is committed to the community. Our program today is about what we can do together to reduce bullying. We want to be able to protect ourselves, but our mission is bigger. What actions can we take as part of the Bully Prevention League that result in less bullying? Next thing I want to talk about, the reason we're doing this month is because it's National Bully Awareness Month. So we're tying it in with martial arts schools from all over the world, helping their kids with bullying and how to reduce bullying. And the significance of this, how it's really going to help our community, the schools, and organizations come together. Then I'm going to talk just some statistics, just so I get their interest. Like it's like when Paul Garcia is teaching a technique, and he says, "This is what's going to happen if you don't react to this situation right away." Well, if bullying continues, this may happen to the students in your school. So, how many kids are getting bullied? How kids are being bullied score lower in reading, mathematics, and science. The most commonly reported type of bullying is verbal harassment. Labeling an incident as bullying can be important because it influences whether students tell an adult. So we got to tell kids if someone's making fun of you. I always go back to my grandson. My grandson is dark-skinned, and when first I started going to school in Wellington, they called him a border hopper, and so that's verbal harassment, and that was his first experience in school. So it just goes through some statistics. You can do these, or you just want to Google statistics and put in what you want. Next, I want to define the program's goals. So confidence is your first defense for bullying. Confident kids are less likely to be targeted. We will show you how to practice confidence, have some fun practicing and role playing, encourage them to be advocates for change in their schools and community. So what I really want to do is so we want to do some type of warm-up. I started just with jumping jacks. Again, all these can be changed. I know jumping jacks are pretty simple, but I wanted them simple because I didn't want to explain really the technique. I wanted to kind of explain why we're doing the technique. So it is a warm-up. It is going to protect us. But when they're doing jumping jacks, I'm going to have them do it just like our students do, all at the same time. 1, sir, 2, sir, 3, sir. And the reason why I want to do that, because I'm going to stop when we're doing this. I go, guys, next have them do, I want you to do jumping jacks at the exact same time, like a team. If we're going to work together in the Bully Prevention League, we must unite and work together, just like when we do jumping jacks. And then I want them to do a call and response, because I want the kids yelling back to me, because you know how much that state and that energy helps with their energy. So I'm going to teach them a call and response. When I yell teamwork, they're going to yell back, makes the dream work. So now they're doing jumping jacks. They're doing it like as a team. And the reason we act like a team, because that's going to be important with the Bully Prevention League. And then we get them excited by having them not only count them out, but call and response. I yell teamwork, they yell back, makes the dream work. I won't go through all these teaching techniques, but the next thing we're going to do is after we do the warm-up, we're going to do a jab cross. Again, because it's really easy. You can do a jab cross. If you have a lot of beginners, they can just do 2 palms. If you have like more of a beginner, intermediates, advanced students, they can do a closed fist. And now I'm going to teach them how to practice with confidence. When they practice with confidence, they should look confident, they should hold their body posture confident, and they should yell confident. So we're going to have to teach them a ki, because confidence is something I can see in someone and something I can hear in someone. And we're going to come back to this a little while. So what we'll do this, we'll do the jab cross. They're going to follow me. I'm going to turn and face them, and they're going to practice a jab cross, and I'm going to coach them. Okay, knees bent. Make sure you pivot. Pivot for more power. Now, other hand comes back to your chin. Whatever's going to get them to do it better. I want them working really hard, and they're going to get in short lines. Each line's going to have a leader. The leader's going to have 2 pads, and they're going to do the jab cross on the pads. So they get a chance to actually hit something. The whole idea is I want to have them sit down after we do this and ask them how they feel. Guys, do you feel stronger? Do you do faster? If you had this feeling all the time, would you be more confident? So I kind of want to show the parents and them, just through this physical exercise, they can increase the confidence by acting confident. They look confident. By yelling confident, they sound confident. And then I'm going to have them line up and go, you ready for challenge? And then I want the call and response. I want them to yell, bring it on. You guys ready for challenge? Bring it on. You guys ready for challenge? Bring it on. And now we're going to do a combat sprint. A combat sprint is a martial arts move followed by a push-up, by a martial arts move followed by a push-up. So now they're going to be lined up. They're going to do 1 jab cross, 1 push-up. Jump back up. 2 jab cross, 2 push-ups. 3 jab cross, 3 push-ups. And then halfway through here, we're going to have them do 5. But hey, guys, you ready for this challenge? Bring it on. So now they're, again, being interactive. Now, when we do these combat sprints, I forgot to say they're going to have a partner. Because when we do partnering and teach them that if they see a kid in school that is sitting by himself having lunch, or they're seeing a kid that just doesn't seem to have any friends, they should go up, shake hands, and introduce themselves. Just like we do now when we get a partner. So when you get a partner today, I want you to shake hands with your partner. If you know his name, I still want you to do this, and make sure you exchange names. And guys, again, this is just part of the practice so we know what to do when we're in school. It's all about making friends. If kids have friends and they're not a loner, they're less likely to get bullied. So you kind of see what we're doing. It's martial arts, life skill, a little energy through the call and response. And then we're going to do a little role playing. We're going to have them get into the position like they would for their jab cross by having another kid push them. So one kid's going to push another kid. The kid's going to drop back. He's going to kind of put his hands up, and he's going to yell, "Stop, leave me alone." This is tying back up into sounding confident. So, we talked about being sounding confident with the ki. Well, when I say, "Stop, leave me alone," no one's going to take me serious if I go, "Stop, leave me alone." So you got to yell it out. So not only do you have to move quickly, but you have to yell it out. So again, this kind of just reinforces that confidence, and we're going to have some role playing. If Dave Freegan and I are going back and forth, he's pushing me, I'm stepping back. Maybe Norm is just on the side watching that. And then we can tell, "Hey, Norm, why don't you just go and be on my side? Show me a little support, kind of back me up here." So that's what all this talks about. So then we're going to just have the kids sit down, kind of talk about what we did today. These things I highlighted in blue when I was talking about statistics, I thought they were like the most important. I would go over those. And then we're going to have them recite the Bully Prevention Creed. I pledge to the Bully Prevention League, with kindness we'll make new friends and be courageous voices, strong and true. To stop the bullying, we'll follow through. In this league, we'll stand tall and strong. Together, we'll right what's been wrong. with empathy and care will prevail in the fight against bullying. We should not fail. So do that, then the kids will get their certificates, give them a big hand. And then I have resource sharing. If you wanted to share with the parents resources in town against bullying. If you want to invite all the guests to come back and take a free class and hand out a pass, that'd be fine too. Thank the participants and their commitment, encourage them to spread the message. And then I had a few just little ideas for myself. Give me some feedback, guys.
How long is the class?
I think it should go from, I just talked through it in 18 minutes. So if you're doing it, it's got to be at least a half hour.
Okay.
Just me explaining it, it took, well, not 18 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. So I would go 30 minutes with the class. And then after 30 minutes of class, then I would do the pledge and hand out the certificates.
Okay.
And then, like always, if you want to have some waters and some cookies for the kids so they don't just run out the door, all that is good.
I like it. Very simple. 30 minutes works for every class. Tiny Tigers all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the class is just different. But leading up to it, I would talk to the parents about it. Like I talked last week, there's nothing really mandatory about our school except coming to the bully prevention class, because there's so much we can do to help the kids. There's so much the parents can do to help other kids. Maybe they have friends that their kids are being bullied. There's so much the kids can do by making new friends in school. This is a mandatory event. And so being mandatory, I mean, they come to class anyway, so they're more likely to come. And then I say, if you really want to spread the word and want to make me feel really good, we have 170 students in the school. If we got another 80 guests come in, now we got 250, we're making an impact. Just kind of, I think the parents will get this serious enough and your passion for helping. Again, we always talk about we want to be the lighthouse in the school. Well, we have the best students, they have the best fitness, they're in the best shape, and they know how to spread kindness and bully prevention. So
I know that parents in my area, probably the same all over the place in America, don't know what to do with bullying. I've had a lot of talks this month already, and parents don't. The school doesn't do anything. They don't know what to do. They don't know about documenting and talking to the superintendent. So this will be good for parents too.
Yeah. Well, another thing is, I looked at the high schools in my area, and the high schools get a grant from the government for bringing people in for bully prevention. So, I mean, with the schools in your area, maybe talk to the principal, vice president, and said that you'd like to come in and wonder if, what type of resources do you have if I was going to come in for a day and do these classes and do an assembly. If I tie it into this website, that's just the thing, if I put it on the Blackville Schools International website, then you just say, we're doing this. It's not just ourselves, but there's hundreds of other schools around the country that are going to unite to do this. So if other people are doing it and you're doing it, you should get a little more clout and recognition. Rackhill Build. How you doing, sir?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Good.
This is great. This is great information. Simple and easy. And
I know you didn't get in right away, but the whole idea is we talk about, you've been teaching in martial arts for a long time. Bully events don't really draw a lot of people on their own because kids start associating themselves as a loser. So by becoming part of this league, it's almost like they're becoming a mini superhero. That's where I came up with the logo. I got every race kid in that logo. They all look proud. They all look cool. So I'm one of the cool guys, not one of the guys that is getting, picked on. And so I can help the kid that's being picked on. Because we know for like when kids come in, I don't care how many punches, kicks you're doing, it's not going to get a kid out of a bullying situation. Confidence and the competence to back things up is the only way it's going to happen. So martial arts can help, but they can't do martial arts for 1 or 2 classes.
Especially Kimpo.
Exactly. All right, very good. If you want this stuff, just message me. I'll just send it to you what I've done. So,
Yes,
I
do,
love it.
Please.
okay.
Thanks for putting the work into it.
Yes.
You know, I had so much fun writing that class plan because, you know, I would start doing it. And then all of a sudden, like when I said jumping jacks, Nick O'Keenis used to own an educational funding company. He's passed away a long time ago. His grandson took at my school in Florida. And so he used to come down and watch his kid. And Nick was like a real, you know, he was like a Palm Beach guy, pink shirt, purple pants and things like that. And he goes, do you mind if I teach class today? So I said, no, you can teach class. And he started doing these jumping jacks, made the kids do them over and over and over again to make sure they're all counting the exact same thing. And he started talking about teamwork. So when I started writing the warm-up, I got this perfect chance to talk about teamwork. You know, they're all going to be part of this team. You know, what a great way to slide in a benefit. So it was fun. All right, guys, I'm almost ready for Charles. Dave, you coming down this weekend? No, Charles is.
Yeah, I've been in such a bad mood for so long.
Well, we can't have that.
And that's what